All right. My name is Adeyemi Committee, so I'm your regular host. I'm so glad that you're able to meet up to be here this wonderful morning. We are representing Energic International. Energic is a Japanese company for over 50 years. This wonderful company has been up, running, producing fantastic technology called Kangen machines. So we're going to talk how we can benefit by getting access to Kangen machine. Okay, so let's sit back and watch the following. So discovered Kangen water because what our machine produces is called Kangen water. All right, because all water are not created equally. Now, today fact, 96% of people lying awake at night and worry about health and finance. Now, health is a significant in everything we do on daily basis. If we have any issue with our health, definitely it will definitely affect our finance. So we need to be, take cognizance about our health. We need to watch what we eat. We need to check our environment and the healthy, clean environment, and also the kind of healthy water that goes into our body systems. This will comprises of our lifestyle and also will make up to the health state that our body is going to be. So let's see how energy systems can help us. Now, when you talk about being healthy, it has to do with your lifestyle, whether you live in a kind of lifestyle that actually breed more of acidities in your body tissue, or you live a lifestyle that bring in more of healthy alkaline body that promote health into your body systems. They will indicate the way you fall on based on your, on your lifestyle that you imbibe on daily basis. So what you drink matters. What you eat matters. But today we're going to, narrow it down to what we drink. All right. All water are actually not created equally. But before we go for that, let's look at this quote in the Word of God. In John 4:13 says, when Jesus was conversing with that woman in the well, Jesus replied, anyone who drink this water will soon become thirsty again. But those who drink the water that I gave, which is the word of God, will never be tested again. It becomes a fresh bubbling spring within them, give them eternal life. He is talking about the word of God that can make us not to be tested again. But today we're going to discuss a physical water, which is what we have to be taking on, we take it on daily basis because water is an essential thing that we can't do without. So not all water are created equally. Okay, so all water are not, for the fact that the water is clean, that doesn't mean that it is healthy, it is good for you to take the water. So for the fact that water look clean, that doesn't mean it's good for your body system. Now, we can't talk about water if you don't look at the presence water that we have, which is plastic water storage and water that go through chemical filtrations and so on and so forth. But this kind of water are not good for our body. Now, let's look at the storage systems, which after the filtrations and all that, the water is made at pH of 7, take to NAFDAC, approved, then cork it. Now, between productions to consumer state, the water stays in this bottle for minimum of 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months. The longer it takes, the more the chemical that was used to produce these plastics, which is called bisphenol, will leach and destroy the freshness or the good water that have been produced. So we need to stay away from water in this kind of storage. Actually, water is not meant to be stored. Water is meant to collect fresh and drink fresh. That's why you see people that live in the village that experience water from the stream, so the mud pot, you see them issues of organs that the way it used to be in our society today are not actually rampant with them. Okay, so we need to actually accept to our technology that we're presenting to you today. Let's just continue to watch. Better health start with better water. Let's see if Kangen water could be this. Now, like I said, energy company started in 1974. It comes into existence as a research done by a group of Japanese doctors over spring water. Okay, and they collect water in about 5 different locations to check why is it people that access spring water do say the water heals the body. And that was the basis why they have to go through this research. And from the surprise, the 5 locations have the same property, and that property is what we are going to base our presentation today on. All right. So after they discover that, they now look at it, how can they replicate this water by using technology to convert our regular tap water to produce the same kind of water that spring water produce, so that we can enjoy or experience a healthy water in our home. So the research actually show, when they continue, that there is another titanium, rock, which is gemstone found in the soil, one of the gemstone that got deposited in the soil, that using that titanium to make a plate, when water passes through it and electric shock is on it, the water will be separated into 2 parts, positive electron and negative electron. And the one of negative electron taking it to the lab, and they discovered they had the same property of the spring water, and that was the birth of Kangen machine in 1974. But they were producing a bigger version of it and distributing it only to hospitals in Japan until 1994. 20 years, Kangen machine were used in hospitals in Japan, but 1994, they produce domestic model unit, which they make the company to launch a network marketing systems, which reward people that introduce or that sell the machine to other persons. And since then, this fantastic company has been distributed this level look SZ501 around the world. Until 2003, when the distribution entered New York, it was still done in Japan. 2003, US experience or have the distributions, and from there a lot of doctors started writing books about why people need to have Kangen machine in their home, and that makes the business to blow. And so many countries today are having Kangen, energy company which distributes Kangen machine, including Nigeria, that we experienced it in 2023, and this year, to the glory of God, May 10th, will be celebrating 2 years in Africa, which Nigeria have the energy company. So presently, we run business in 25 countries and 42 locations around the world. So we highly welcome you for joining us in this wonderful, great journey of energy promoting wellness. So, like I said, these are the locations where the group of doctors collect the water. You can see Lut, France, Mexico, India, Germany, and the leading doctor that led the research, his name is called Dr. Shinikata Taka Shiriakta. He is a Japanese doctor, and the result of that water shows that all the 5 locations where they pick up the water have same property, which is called active hydrogen, which is not present in the regular water that we consume today. So active hydrogen contains 3 major properties which makes the body to heal. 1, antioxidant. 2, anti-aging. 3, negative ORP. And the productions of Kangen machine shows that the water coming out from the machine is also filled with active hydrogen. So that was how the successful of producing Kangen machine. Here is the owner of the company, Mr. and Mrs. Oshiro, Mr. and Mrs. Ironari Oshiro. Okay, since 1974, they've been drinking water that is rich in that 3 major property. So Energic is a Japanese company that manufacture medical grade Kangen machine, okay, which provide healthy therapeutic water for homes and offices around the world. All right, Kangen machine, the Kangen means return to origin. What that says is, every time you pronounce Kangen, it is a Japanese word, but the meaning of it in English is return to origin. So meaning, getting Kangen machine in your home and drink water from Kangen, you are actually experiencing, a natural spring water, which we say return to basis. That's just the meaning of Kangen water. And that's what reflects in your body that makes you to look more healthy and fresh and keep aging in a distance. So this is the level look SZ501, produced in 94, which is approximately 31 years as at this year. Okay, it produced 5 different types of water. So the one we drink, which is Kangen water, has 3 steps of pH, which is 8.5, 9.0, and 9.5. All right, these 3 steps of the pH is the, pH that can actually be okay for your body systems, which it is what you can be consumed on daily basis that can keep your body in a healthy state. The neutral water, which is a pH of 7, is a neutral water for medications, for babies, and also for cooking. All right. That green button will helps you to get water for cooking, feeding a newborn baby, and also for taking your medication, because you can't use Kangen water to take your medication. So the next water is called beauty water, which is 5.5. 5.5 is water that is acid in nature, which are the same pH of our skin. Okay, not good for consumptions, but very fantastic for our skin and also our plants. That is our garden. You can use beauty water to wet your garden. Now, the next water is called strong Kangen water, 11.5, which is not recommended for daily consumption or regular consumption, but you can take it when you have serious health challenges and you need a faster recovery for emergency sake. 11.5, a glass cup of 11.5 can do the magic for you. But the regular water that will heal your body systems is the Kangen water, which is from 8.5 to 9.5. That is the regular one that you need to consume. But a little drink of 11 can help you to recover faster. Now, 11.5 is basically made for using it to wash fruit, vegetables, rice, beans, all those food you are cooking in the kitchen that contain a lot of chemicals, a lot of pesticide, herbicide from the farm. 11.5 soak those beans, rice, apple, pepper, and so on into this water. It will help you to remove those herbicide and pesticide from those food. Then you can use 9.5 or 7.0 to wash or cook the food. Then you can enjoy your meal without chemical, because this chemical too also contribute to the state of our health. The last water from Kangen machine is strong acid water, which is 2.5. 2.5, as a matter of fact, is one of the reasons why they use Kangen machine in hospital in Japan for surgical equipment sterilization. So all these 5 different types of water coming out from the same machine that you purchase. So let's go for that to get to know more about this. Now, the one we drink, which is Kangen water that start from 8.5 to 9.0, have 3 major properties that I discussed earlier. One, antioxidation, which is negative ORP. ORP means oxidation reduction potential. That is the meaning of ORP in a short form. Okay, oxidation reduction potential. Now, in Kangen water, oxidation is free. That is why it's called antioxidant, because oxidation is not present. That's why I say anti-oxidation, meaning oxidation is not found. And it immediately becomes antioxidant. And antioxidants slow down aging process. Because when you talk about oxidation, it's something that is exists in the air through carbon from the gen, from cars, from docile environment. We pollute our air and it affects our environment, affect the food we eat, it affect the water we drink, and so on and so forth. It makes everything to become rotten environment, which aggravates aging in human body or causes apple to become rotten within a short period of time after giving a bite. All right. So to also know more about oxidation, is a fresh tomato, the woman will cook a healthy food from that. But once tomato become rotten, that is oxidation tomato, that is rotten tomato. So in apple and tomato, you know oxidation. But when it comes to water, you cannot know, because water is transparent in nature. Meaning, living tissue plus oxidation in water is equal to sickness. That is, if the water you consume is oxidation present, it is a gradual process that you consuming, into your body systems, and in a future, it will begin to aggravate activities that will lead to disease in the body system. The only way you can get water being off from oxidation is, first, you need to check the text to know which water is free from oxidation and which water is oxidation present. Now, this ORP meter is needed. Is the meter we order from Amazon, is sold in US. And this meter is the only thing that can tell you that water is oxidation present or water is oxidation minus. Minus before the reading from the meter shows oxidation is not present, which you can also get from fruit. If you get a fruit from the farm fresh and you smoothie it, you blend it, if you drop the same meter into it, automatic, it will read negative. That's why all fruit is antioxidant. Same thing with vitamin C, which is orange, and also Chinese tea, cod liver oil. You can see it's increased to 200 minus. But from a glass cup of Kangen water, it starts from 400 and above. That means the water is anti-aging and it reduces oxidative stress that is affecting the cell in the body system. But once, look at the other side, which we have the positive, a reading from the meter without a minus, which all the plastic bottle water, the tap water, and the canned drinks, which is sugar drinks, they are water or they are liquid that it's packing what we call aging, is highly oxidized because the reading is positive. So I have a video that will give us more knowledge about it. So here we have some water that we're going to use for demonstration and comparison. First is tap water, which is government supply water, or it could be your well, or it could be your borehole water. The second one is a reverse osmosis water. The third one is mineral, very expensive, pure, bottled water. Fuji and Avena, they are very expensive mineral water. The fifth one is called soft drinks, which comprises sugar, malt, and every other soft drink that you drink. The last one is Kangen water, fresh from Kangen machine. All right, so if you look at all this water, they are all same color, no difference. But for the fact that it looks clean doesn't mean that it's healthy for your body systems. Okay, remember, water that is clean doesn't make it healthy. Now, the ORP meter is out, dropping the sensitive part. A reading is coming out. You can see the tap is 400 and above. Reverse osmosis is 400 and above. Fuji is 400 and above. They are all oxidation water. Despite the fact it's expensive mineral water, it's also same above. So no different in oxidation. But sugar goes above 500, meaning sugar will spark more of activity and bring more disease in the body. But immediately meter get into a Kangen machine, Kangen water, you can see the reading now is minus before the reading. That is telling you that is free from oxidation. That is the only water that has life. That is the only water that can help to heal your body system. That is the only water that can stop cancerous cells in your body system. Because lack of that negative in the water you are drinking, your body will create what we call hypoxia. And hypoxia meaning lack of oxygen in the tissue. And this will spark what we call acidity in the body. And acid will make cancerous cells to stripes and kill the owners of the body. So the minute you begin to inject Kangen water that is negative in reading, meaning antioxidant-rich water, then cancerous cells will not be able to be, will be powerless, will not be able to have strength to be able to begin to multiply in the body systems. So that is why we are telling you to change your water today and change your life. Now, we are trying to make a comparison or to check the antioxidant present in a glass cup of Kangen water and in banana or in fruit. You can see the measurement in kg there. So in banana, you need to eat a 94 stick of banana to equate antioxidant present in a glass cup of Kangen water, which apparently is practically impossible. So, but if you take one stick of banana and you drink 1 or 2 glasses of Kangen water, which make it more easier and easy to consume, then your body will get more beneficial from the fruit, and also it will help every other nutrient present in that fruit to get access to your body system. So that is the first property present in Kangen water. Second property is called anti-aging, which is alkalinity. When you talk about alkaline, okay, there are so many ways of making water alkaline. One of the ways is by induction. By adding baking soda to regular water, it becomes alkaline. Adding lime into regular water, it becomes alkaline. There are companies that sell alkaline bottle, pour water, and after 10-15 minutes, you bring the water out, it becomes alkaline. All that, or call after pumping water into your tank, you can get the water treatment guy to add a lot of chemical to dose it up so that they can boost up the alkaline pH. All that is called induction. Meaning, when you induce water, you are not helping yourself because you only add something to the water, which it is not natural. Okay, it will complicate more of the water molecules. And when you drink salt water that is being, induced, that means it is your kidney that will break the water down to a smaller unit before your cell will receive the alkaline content there. So, but in Kangen machine, Kangen is a kind of systems that call ionized. A present water go through Kangen machine, and Kangen will separate, not harden, but remove from the present water. So that separation will make the water automatic to become what? Alkaline. And that separations has already break down the molecules of H2O in water to a smaller unit of H2O. That makes the molecules to become smaller. That means the water will penetrate your cell. So your kidneys or your organs has no business in when you consume Kangen water, because the breakdown of the molecules has happened through Kangen machine. So it becomes natural alkaline. Okay, so that's it. So to check alkaline water, you need digital pH meter or pH liquid, which is called potential hydrogen liquid. Now, and also this color chart. So when you drop the water, the liquid in the water, once it show you green, that is neutral. Because pH scale chart from 0 to 14. Middle of it is 7, which is neutral. All right. So anything below 7, which is light green, yellow, orange, red, they are what? Acid water. Acid means in consumption for a long time, it will build up acidity, and acid will lead to sickness in the body systems. So, but anything above 7 is light blue, dark blue, purple, like that. That is alkaline and healthy tissue. All right. That will lead to healthy tissue. That is, it will help you to flush out acid tissue from your body and promote alkaline tissue, which is healthy tissue. So another video is there that will help us to understand more about these procedures. Now, the same water is here, all right? But we have potential liquid, which is pH tester, all right? Do two drops of it in the water, the color begin to change. Remember I told you about induction, all right? Just take note, the water that is alkaline there is an induction. You can see Avena and Fuji, they are alkaline, but they are induction because they're supposed to be green. That is what the standard of WHO should be green, all right? So only Kangen water there is alkaline. Only Kangen water is alkaline, which is natural, all right? So when you begin to drink Kangen, something begin to happen in your tissue. Your tissue begin to move from acid to alkaline. That's what is happening there. But physically, you cannot see, but you are seeing it right now. You can see that one that is so acidic, it become alkaline. This alkaline one will also improve the alkaline more. Okay, that means it's changing the alkaline molecules, pH, to a higher pH. But look at sugar. For you that love shaking, Coke, malt, Fanta, and the rest, these are kind of drinks that actually kill our body system. Now, a cup of it only to a alkaline body, what happens? It will distort the body to acid. That's to tell you the concentrated level of these sugar drinks. Meaning our body does not need this kind of sugar. The sugar that our body needs is found in carrot, is found in watermelon, is found in cucumber, and all the fruit that we're supposed to be consuming on daily basis that we are not consuming. That we can help us to promote a healthy body. But sugar in soft drinks is just a necessity that our body craves for, because body is drinking the regular water, but lack of the water getting to our body, that we are still crying of dehydration. That was why we crave for sugar and also crave for cold water, which is not healthy lifestyle. So by the time you change your water to Kangen water, you benefit first antioxidant, you benefit second natural alkaline, and your body begin to heal up itself. So let's go for that to see more knowledge about alkaline. This is a doctor that did a research, the Dr. Otto Eric Warburn. He did a research in 1923 and received a Nobel Prize for physiology in 1931, and he proved in his works that the metabolism of tumor, he demonstrated that all forms of cancer are characterized by two basic conditions, which is acidosis and hypoxia. The meaning of hypoxia is lack of oxygen. All right? Lack of oxygen in the body systems breed acidosis in the body. And acidosis, invite disease or makes cancerous cells to survive in that tissue. So healthy tissue is alkaline tissue. So deprive a cell 35% of oxygen in just 48 hours. Those good cells can become cancerous, which is cancer in the body. So we need to be on the no side and prevent. Prevention is actually far, far better than curative. So let's change our water to Kangen and prevent terminal diseases in our body systems. So the top property, which is called microcluster. Microcluster is talking about small water cluster that leads to easy absorption, simply because the molecules of the water is smaller. So that makes the water to penetrate the cell or the body faster than the bulky water. So human body is made up of 70% of water. Look at the organs. The lungs is 90%, blood 82%, skin 80%, muscles 75%, brain 70%, bone 22%. Now, the reason why we need water to be micro is just what you have seen. Another reason why we also need water to be micro is supply channel of nutrient into the body. The nutrient from food, from supplement, from fruit, from drugs, okay? The water needs to be micro for the nutrient in those food that we consume to be able to get into the cell. That is why the water you consume need to be smaller to stop dehydration in the body system. Secondly, detox channel waste out of the body. Where do you get waste from? From the same food, fruit, and every other thing you consume. A larger portion of those things are waste. So you need water that is micro, that you drink after the food to be able to separate the waste and that is stuck in the colon to flush it out of the body system to help your metabolism detoxification. All right? So that is why you need your water to be micro. So facts go further. Microcluster is talking about better hydration. Better hydration leads to elimination of toxics in the body. Regular water in chemistry is what? H2O. Clusters is about 15 to 20 molecule structures, meaning it limits absorption because the bulkiness is larger. So it's unable to penetrate. That's why you drink the water and it's bunking your stomach. And it begins to, even your mouth be crying for more water at that point. The same water that is larger in molecule go through Kangen machine and ionization happens, separation of positive electron and negative. The bad water come out simultaneously at the same time when the upper one is dispensing the one you drink. So the upper one is the Kangen water, which according to the pH you've said the machine will give you the pH, but the one coming up is the antioxidant water. So the molecules has break down from 15 to 20 to 5 to 6, and it becomes faster in penetration. So another video will help us to have understanding about this. So we are using a tea to represent the body human cell, body systems, okay? Now, to make a tea, you boil the water, you boil regular water, and that boiling break down the molecules. That's why you pour the tea and it bring out the tea, it brews the tea. But without boiling, regular water is too bulky, so it will take a longer time for it to come out. But Kangen water is not boiled, but through ionization, the molecules has break down. That's why you see the tea is out. So it was able to brew the tea faster, while the other one is still struggling in your body systems, unable to penetrate. So the next demo is to show you the food you consume and the water you drink after the food. How does body get access to the to the nutrients in those food? Regular water after the meal, Kangen water after the meal. Multiply. Kangen multiply the nutrients, while regular water destroy the nutrient in the food that you have consumed. So the benefit of drinking Kangen water is enormous that you can't quantify it. So that's why we say change your water, change your life. So this third property help your body to get access to the first property, antioxidant, second property, which is what? Anti-aging, which is alkaline. So that is why we say to you, change your water, change your life. Now, what I'm preaching or what I'm teaching to you is not something that cannot be proved or tested or approved. These are the doctors in US that write a lot of books to confirm that this water is need by every family. First doctor is Dr. Romishinya, the co-inventor of colonoscopy, that writes a book called Enzyme Factor. The second one is Bob G. Wright, director of American Anti-Cancer Institute. He writes a book called Killing Cancer, Not People. And thirdly is Dr. Dave Carpenter, a naturopathic doctor. He wrote a book called Change Your Water, Change Your Life. That's where we get our slogan of Change Your Water, Change Your Life. And lastly, Dr. Peggy Parker, a naturopathic doctor. So let's look at their books one after the other. So the first book I'm going to look at is Killing Cancer, Not People, written by G. Wright. On chapter 11 of this book, okay, chapter 16 of this book says step 3 of the cancer diet. Restructures ionizer water could save your life. For those that have cancer, that restructures ionizer water will definitely change your life. All right. So you can see the man there. So on page 158, it said, I believe the ionizer water is mandatory baseline requirement for those with cancer. It is a mandatory for them. All right. And also for those who don't have or who don't want to have cancer. If I were looking, that is, he's talking to himself. If I am looking for electrolyzing unit today, I will choose SJ541 made by Energy Company. It's telling you that there are also other ionize out there, but I will choose, Kangen machine made by Energy Company. All right. He now give it a name. He says simply the Rolls Royce of water ionizer, Kangen water. Been in business for 30 years because this book was written about 21 years ago. On page 170, said, I have no financial interest in Energy Company, nor do I receive any numeration for my recommendation. You can see now, it's telling you that I'm not being paid for all this that I'm talking about or that I put into my books, but in order to help the humanity, when you have issue, or in order for you not to have issue, you need to imbibe by putting this machine in your home to drink fresh water so that it will reflect in your lifestyle that you are drinking a healthy water to keep your body cell intact. Okay, that's why they are putting this to help humanity. Or if you have, terminal disease, it is not the end of life. All right. So the second doctor is called Dr. Romishinya. He is a professor of surgery in Abaisi College of Medicine, New York. Chief endoscopy. Endoscopy is putting camera from the mouth to gain access from the internal system and watch it on the screen to be able to know what to do to the colon, whether to go through, if it is ruptures or if it needs operations or cutting or whatever. So, and he wrote this book called Enzyme Factor, and it on page 159 said, Kangen water is alkaline, rich water. The pH range between 8 to 9, and it considered the very best of drinking water because of its incomparable power of hydration, detoxification, and antioxidation. Now, it's telling you that the three property we address is talking about it now, referring to it. Let's look at other books of this man. He wrote about 4 books. Unfortunately, he dies about 6-7 years ago at the age of 86 years old. All right. So, but his legacy lives on. These are the, testimony that Dr. Romishinya recorded from the colon treatment that he does with Kangen water. First is respiratory issue. This is a acidic body systems. The bodies become too acidic because of the inflammations and all that. So 3 months of drinking Kangen water, you can see the whole death in the colon has been definitely detoxed out of the body systems. This is someone with breast cancer and chronic constipation. All right. 45 years old breast cancer with chronic constipation. You can see a lot of residues of deposits in the colon. But 3 months of drinking Kangen water and also imbibe in natural lifestyles, fruits, and all that, then the system's already cleans up. This is someone with cancer, but this person is already running through chemo. You know, chemo is a targeted therapy that kills both the good cells and the bad cells in the body systems. So that's why you see the internal colon is burnt black. But in 3 months of changing lifestyle of drinking Kangen water, you can see the result of the colon is clean. And that keeps us to show you all, give you the testimony of first testimony we experienced in 2023 when we started, 2022, we opened Energy 2023. So 2022, when we started the demonstration in Maryland, Madam Titi, I was there that fateful day when they were into our seminar hall, and Simon asked that, his Emmet asked her that, what's the problem? He said she's having cancer, but she has gone through 6 pounds of chemo. So it was asked that I should give first a glass cup of 11.5 from the machine, which I did, and I gave her 10 minutes after. We started giving her 9.5, started gushing it in. Now, this is before and after. When she came, she was looking this. 5 weeks after, she can already standing and even driving. If she started driving around 2 weeks to 3 weeks of coming, okay, she started driving herself from Ibadan down to Maryland. This is 9 months after having access to Kangen water. Today now, she's free. She's bouncing. She's even looking more younger than her age because she changed her lifestyle to Kangen water. Here are people that already changing their lifestyle through changing their water to Kangen water. Okay, so you can ask Google about this. Okay, just type it. The drinker of Kangen. You'll be shocked to see even the present president of America. This is what he's drinking. You can see him right there in the picture. So let's go for that. This is the level Look as a 501. Like I said, I've only discussed about one water. So the next water is clean water, which is 7.0. Okay, that is very fantastic for babies. Okay, you don't give babies Kangen water because of the pH of alkaline, because their body is already alkaline. So you don't give them alkaline, you give them neutral water. Okay, but this particular neutral water doesn't contain chlorine, doesn't contain bacteria. That is why on the machine of Kangen machine, we have this black spot that will have antibacterial filter, anti-chlorine filter. Meaning if the water going through this machine go through treatment plants, that is, a lot of chemicals have been used to help the pH or to help the water and all that, to remove whether reverse osmosis or whatever. This antibacterial filter will receive the water before it will go through the cabinet where ionization will happen. So that is why the water is fantastic. It's the best water for babies. All right. And presently, doctor says don't give water to baby because all the water we are giving now, that in the plastic water, are real chemical water, which is not helping the baby to have free bowel respiratory systems. So that is why you see when you have Kangen machine, press the neutral water to serve your babies and feed them with a teaspoon, like the way our mother used to do that in the olden days when the water is still natural. So then for taking medication, clean water is the best to help. You don't use Kangen because it is micro. You don't use Kangen because it is micro for medication, and so that you don't obstruct the doctor's result from the drugs that is being recommended for the sick person. So the person is advised to use clean water and stay away for 30 minutes from Kangen water, then resume back after that, then start gushing your Kangen water, so that I can help you to get rid of the toxic from the drugs out of your body systems. Okay. Then cooking, 7.0 is the best water for cooking, and also 8.5 is the best water for cooking. Next one is beauty water, which is 5.5. We also have a machine that can give you direct beauty water right there in your bedroom. An Nespa machine. Now, this one machine doesn't produce Kangen water for drinking, only water for bathing, so that you can't be, as a big man, we don't expect big man to be fetching water from their kitchen to take beauty water to their bedroom. Okay, so meaning they will buy Kangen machine into the kitchen and also an Nespa machine in their bedroom, so they don't need to be stretching themselves by using bucket to take water from kitchen to the bedroom to go and bathe. But of course, somebody like me, I'm still having my Kangen machine in my kitchen. I take my beauty water there to my bedroom upstairs to have my shower. Anytime that the money will be too much for me to buy an Nespa in my bedroom. So the same results of what you are getting from an Nespa, also get it from beauty water from Kangen machine, which will help your body to moisturize lustrous hair. That is, if you have a tangly hair, when you are trying to comb and the comb is not moving, you can spray beauty water there to help the hair to become slicky, and also relieve sensitivity or sensitive skin, or reduce ice baths or smooth skins after treatment. Then moisturize and nourish your skin so that you can keep your handsomeness and also your beauty. Beauty water coming out from Kangen machine also is the best water to wet your garden, so that you can have a very nice green environment in your premises. So our life would be if our skin could kept fresh the way it is when we're a baby until we become an adult. So we're telling you, change your water to Kangen and change your life. No, number 4, 11.5, like I said, is not a water for regular drink, but you can use to resuscitate someone in a critical condition, like someone gasping for air, that is respirating, that is asthmatics attack. 11.5, a glass cup will rescue, or someone is convulsing, or someone is having Parkinson, the body is shaking. 11.5 in a drink, and someone with cancer, 11.5 also in the morning and evening can actually help by also gushing between 2 liter or 2.5 to 3 liters of 9.5 every day will help the healing process. Thank you. Now, the 11.5 also is fantastic water for getting rid of fruit, pesticide in fruit and vegetables. All right. How do you wash it? Most mothers use vinegars, apple vinegars, or salt and all that to get rid of. But this cannot help. But soak that beans, soak that rice, soak that apple, soak that those fruit that you buy in 11.5 and see the wonders of 11.5. I'm telling you, you're having constant headache, you're having your body's on rest. Just a little drink of 11.5 will relax your body and you sleep. A woman came here some days ago to fetch, I think, about 34 bags of 9.5. And I gave her just a glass cup of 11. She started sleeping before I even fetched 2-3 bags. Started asking me, why is it? I said, it's 11.5 you drank. She said, oh. I said, that's it. So 11.5 really helps to relax the nerves, okay? But only take it once in a while, which is okay. But the regular water you drink is what? 9.5, from 8.5 to 9.5. Okay, so 11.5, let's see how it can help to remove pesticide from fruit. Remember, farmers use oil-based chemical because they know the principle of oil and water don't mix. That's why they use oil-based chemical to filter to the farm, so that when the rain falls on the farm, the chemicals will not be washed off. So let's see. We have a sesame oil here. We have regular water. Remember, oil and water don't mix. Oil will stay afloat while water goes down. That is the regular principle. But in case of 11.5 from Kangen machine, watch the result of the oil. You can see the oil is floating because we don't have the power to break it down. But watch 11.5 from Kangen machine. Both the oil and the water mix. It break it down. It's called emulsification. It emulsifies the oil, so that both the oil and water cannot be separated. So the same principle can be used on your farm produce, under your turkey, under your beans that has a sniper, because human beings are so wicked. Putting sniper into a beans to stay away from, to get rid of, those weevils. That's why when you see beans in the market without weevils, please don't buy. And when you buy any beans, if you don't have Kangen machine, make sure you parboil it before you go for the proper cooking. This cannot bring out anything, only the dust and the sand. That is regular water. But 11.5 from Kangen machine, watch the result. That is not tea. That is the pesticide spray by the farmer that your body has been gushing in for over the years, that is causing, ill health in the body system. So you can see now the benefit of you owning a Kangen machine. You can't quantify it. It will help your general body systems and your entire family. If it is not safe to breathe, how can it safe to eat? The guy protects himself as if he's going to the moon just by spraying. He knew that chemical is highly, hazardous, cannot touch the skin. That was why he does this. But he's spraying it on the farm that human being will eat. So we need to be on the no side so that we can do something about this. That is number 4. Number 5, which is the last water, strong acid water, which is 2.5. Now, 2.5 come as a byproduct of 11.5. Kangen machine has secondary host on that. When you click the last button, which is this, 11.5 come out from here. So the secondary will come out simultaneously as a byproduct is 2.5. 2.5 is one of the reasons why they use Kangen machine in hospital in Japan to sterilize surgical equipment. So it kills 99.9% of germs. So you can use 2.5 to sanitize your hands, to clean, to mop the floor, spray it on the air, use it to clean, to wash cake, to wash anything. Fantastic. All the germs are in trouble. Can also be used if you have bad breath, tooth aching, sore throat, wound unhealed, or rashes, dandruff, or psoriasis, any other skin disease. 2.5 is fantastic. So let's watch. On psoriasis, this guy, for just 2 weeks of spraying 2.5, the result is amazing, but at the same time, is drinking 9.5 to take care of the internal body systems. Your outward look is, it's a reflection of what goes on in your internal body systems. So this is a psoriasis before and after, before and after. Here's another guy that suffered psoriasis for good 15 years, but just 60 days of spraying 2.5, drinking 9.5, the result is amazing. These are this lady too, also having issue with psoriasis, making her to look awkward. 2 months later, you can see how she puts smile in her face. A lot of certificates, a lot of award on this fantastic, wonderful technology. But we would like to talk about 3 certificates. Ministry of Health certified Kangen machine as a medical device. Okay, as a medical device with this certificate. International Standard Organization also certified Kangen machine with this certificate too, with 13,485. The same certification given to all medical equipment in hospital. So to tell you that this is a full medical device machine that can be used both in hospital and also in a home and also in corporate environment. Now, in 2003, when distribution entered New York, Water Quality Association of United States of America give a gold seal on this wonderful technology. And that's why you see USA beside the machine. It is not made from US. It's actually made in Okinawa, Japan. So this is a machine. It's not a water purifier because no water purifier will do all this that I've said. Rather, this is a medical device, or call it Kangen machine. Level Look SA501 is a medical device. Okay? So, because the job is to keep the health of you and your entire families intact. This is a factory in Okinawa, Japan, where this wonderful machine is being produced since 1974 to date. Okay? Do you see value in this machine? If you see value, please go to the chat box and type value. Okay? Go to the chat box and type value. I want to appreciate Mother Blessing for his doggedness, and Mr. Frank from Warri, and also our guest in the house, which is Mr. Toby, who joined us this morning. So thank you for that. Thank you for the value. All right. I appreciate you for that. All right. That's Madam Blessing. All right. Thank you for that. So what value will you place on this? How can you describe this? Can you describe it with what you have had? What you have heard about this machine? How on your own way can you describe the value of this machine when you have it? How can you describe it? Please, you can do that in the chat box while we continue. Now, this is the machine. Level Look SA501K8. All right. It speaks 8 languages and 8 plates. That is the mechanism inside is 8 plates. Is the biggest of all the machines we have in Nigeria. And the value as of today is 6,235,000 naira. 5 years warranty. And minimum lifespan use is 30 years. 30 whole years. That is, in 30 years, you are just starting to use your machine. Another one is Level Look SA501 Platinum. This one speaks 5 languages and platinum covered 7 plates. 5,160,000 naira. 5 years warranty and 30 years minimum lifespan use. Another one is Level Look SA501 Plastics. 7 plates, single. It speaks only 1 language, which is English. And also, it comes with 5-year warranty and also 30 years minimum lifespan. and it's 4,837,500. Okay, these are very, very rugged machine we are talking to you about. We also have the last one, which is called SG Junior JR4, is 4,085,000 naira. This one have 4 plates. It doesn't speak, but it will write. Every other one write and speak, but this one only write, and it has 4 plates. It also produce all same kind of water that all this one can produce. So if it's JR that your money can reach, please, my brother, place your order and have your machine. All from the second to the third one to the fourth one, they are all fantastic for commercial use. But that first one is actually designed for the elite. You know, people that have money usually want to create a class. So that's why they designed that. So I don't recommend that for commercial. All right. So that does it. All right. Thank you. God bless you. You say only need a mini clinic in the house. Thank you, Mother Blessing, for that adjective. A mini clinic in your house. That does it. It is a mini clinic in your house when you have Kangen machine in your home. Now, here is another machine we have is Anespa. Anespa is Anespa DX, 3,870,000. You can give this as gift to your wife, to the family, so that you can be having a wonder spa right there in your bedroom. This is the account of the company. Please, you can screenshot it. When you're ready, make your payment and give us the receipt of the payment and all your data and mix of identification, any government ID we do, then your email, your house address, your phone number, then we can process your machine and becomes a partner with Energic International. Now, we have a good news that says that you can actually finance or pay small and own your machine. We call it in-house finance. Let me just go do a quick briefing. I'll use SZ501, which is the actual cost of the machine is 4.5 million, but tax VAT is 7.5 of the value, which is 337,500. If you had it that was what make it 4,837,500. So, but if you are using instrumental payment, meaning if you choose 3 months, you are going to add 30,000 naira to that exact amount of the machine. So that will be your charges for choosing, installment program. 3 months, you add 30,000. So now look at this black spot. For 3 months, you are going to make first deposit of 1,942,500. Once you pay this, you have successfully paid part payment of the machine and complete payment of the VAT and complete payment of the charges. Now, your remaining balance to make up the whole machine of the money will be this, which is 2,925,000. So that is split into 3. And every month you pay 975,000. For good 3 months, then you are fully payment. So when you choose this, for your application to be approved, you need to sign 3 months of post-dated check of each of the last day of the month so that they can catch the money. They don't need to be calling you for asking you for the money. So they just present and catch the money out of your bank so that to pay for your machine. So this is in-house finance to help individual to own the machine. As a matter of fact, when you make that deposit, you are picking up your machine immediately. You can install and start enjoying. You can even start, selling the water to people around you, and also let us know that you have this machine so that we can add you to our water collecting centers in your area in order for us to drive traffic to your centers. Okay, so this is a good news. Another good news I want to share is that on the 8th of April, we will be having a new product launching, which is called M-Guard. M-Guard is a equipment that will help us to suppress electromagnetism radiation that we are living in a radiation environment because we have gadgets in our environment. Like I'm sitting in front of my laptop now. I have my phones, my fan is rolling, TV is in my front. All these gadgets, you can see fridge is there, freezer is there. All these gadgets is releasing a high wave of electromagnetism that is affecting our body from being relaxing. So having this product launch, then you can actually keep your environment safe and drink a healthy water. That's why we say change your environment, change your life. Why the water says change your water, change your life. So join us in Protea Hotel at Ikeja, opposite Alausa, all right, ShopRite, on the 8th. It's going to happen live. For those of you outside Lagos, please join us so that you can have experience of Energic in Nigeria. Thank you and God bless you. So we have a flyer that is on sales. If you come around that day, you can buy flyer. Very, very fantastic, very high quality flyer. Okay, it's even laminated. If it fall into water, water will not penetrate this flyer you are seeing. So you can buy it. I have it on sales. Okay, you can buy it that day when you come. Okay, for those in Lagos, you can request for it. I gave 50 copies is 9,000 naira. That's 180 naira per one. So this is a front and back. So thank you for this. I believe you see value in the presentation. Please, if you have any question, go to the chat box and ask your questions.